At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good evening and welcome to Hedgesville High School as we get you set for the Section 1 championship game here in Region 2, semifinal in Region 2, as it's the Hedgesville Eagles and the Martinsburg Bulldogs. The winner will head to Spring Mills to face the Cardinals. It's the 2-seed Hedgesville versus the 3-seed Martinsburg. 18-5 Hedgesville Eagles. The Bulldogs sitting at 8-15 entering this regular season. Hedgesville, or at the end of the regular season, Hedgesville went 2-0 against the Bulldogs with a 57-42 victory here last time we were at this arena. And the Bulldogs lost in Game 2, 49-41. So Hedgesville 2-0 against Martinsburg in the regular season. I'm Nick Verzolini. Alongside me, Spencer Dupuis, John Arlington, along with Dylan Bishop on camera this evening. And Spencer, this first game that we saw here, it wasn't really ever close. It was like a 10-2 lead early on for Hedgesville, and Martinsburg trailed pretty much the whole game and never really got anything going. The second game was a lot closer, kind of a back and forth early, and then Hedgesville built itself a nice lead, and then eventually Martinsburg kind of made a comeback toward the end and made things close. But this is the playoffs. It's still Hedgesville-Martinsburg. This is the place to be for the round one.
Yes, it is the place to be, and this takes us back to last year's section championship game that was held right here at the Gilbert B. Miller Center, and on that game, it was Martinsburg that came out on top to host the regional game against Musselman, and that was kind of an oddity, and you kind of really thought it was Hedgesville came in the number one team in the section last year, and they got beat in the sectional championship game, and this year, they're number 2. Spring Mills is number 1. And, Hedgesville's out to prove that they should have been the number 1 seed.
Yeah, and I mean, there is somewhat of an argument to be made. Obviously, they don't vote anymore, so you really can't argue with it because it's strictly based on the numbers. But Hedgesville did sweep the regular season against the number 1 overall seed, the Jefferson Cougars, who won the EPAC regular season, because they got a win over them on last Wednesday, I believe it was, when Hedgesville knocked off Jefferson.
Yes.
And then Martinsburg got a win on Friday against Broadford and Christian Academy. After a long losing streak, the Bulldogs were finally able to get back in the win column. But this Hedgesville team, you'll hear from Coach Church in just a little bit. He felt like his team played loose and played its best basketball this season the other night against Jefferson, who is one of the tougher teams on their schedule. And for Hedgesville to do that, it gives you a lot of confidence that the Eagles might be playing their best basketball at the right time, Spencer.
Yeah, and when you want to see this Eagles team play their best basketball, it's always the playoffs, Nick. And they want to make a road. They want to take themselves to Charleston this year, and in order to do so, they're going to have to win tonight's first matchup in front of them. And now everything restarts itself. We heard coaches in the girls' side of things last week say, we come into this 0-0. Both of these teams are now 0-0, and it's anybody's ball game tonight. But I think Hedgesville, obviously, you look on paper, they have the edge.
Yeah, but it is tough because you're sitting here, if you're Hedgesville, you have 10 more wins than Martinsburg in the regular season. But at the end of the day, one loss here tonight and you're done. That's how important the 1 seed is in the sectional, because being the 1 in the sectional guarantees you a spot in the regional championship game, even if you were to lose on Friday night. But if you're Hedgesville, even though you had the better regular season overall, you were the better team compared to Martinsburg, if you lose tonight, your season's over. So everything you worked for all season comes down to one game, essentially, and that's a tough situation to be in. But, hey, that's how the West Virginia high school basketball playoffs work, and if you are the better team, like most people believe you are in the Hedgesville Eagles, then you should come out tonight and win no problem. But Martinsburg, obviously, a school with so much tradition, still has a lot of talent on its roster, just hasn't quite put things together. So you can't overlook this Bulldogs team either, Spencer. Yeah,
you really can't. And, right now the 20-minute clock has started. You mentioned this. You can't get on the court until 20 minutes prior to the game based upon the clock on the scoreboard. Well, we only have one team here warming up, and that's the Hedgesville Eagles, as Martinsburg now making the trot onto the court with 17 minutes until we get pregame festivities underway here at Gilbert B. Miller Center. But, how much does 3 minutes losing of warm-up do to things? You don't know, but we'll see coming down the stretch here.
It's always interesting how the warm-up time will affect things. We had something similar, I believe, in the Spring Mills-Martinsburg game, where Spring Mills didn't come out until later, and they still found a way to win that game. So we'll see, but no protest or anything here tonight either, so something to note, obviously, when we have sectional basketball. But the countdown to tip-off is brought to you by Sunset Water Services, proudly installing water softeners in Martinsburg and Berkeley County since 1989. We are going to take our first 2-minute break here on the pregame show. When we return, we will have more and hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
And the streak continues! CMA's Martinsburg dealerships continue to knock out the competition with their competitive pricing, extensive selection, and lifetime powertrain warranty. With over 450 new and used vehicles in stock and on the way, CMA won't leave you waiting on a bench.
That's right, CMA's Martinsburg dealerships are once again the most valuable dealers in the area.
For the strongest and deepest lineups, visit CMA's Martinsburg dealerships online at martinsburg.cmacars.com today. And good luck to all Panhandle High School student athletes.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis. We'll now get into our coaches' interviews brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's fast, fresh, friendly. We'll start with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Dave Rogers, and then hear from head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Kelly Church. Coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Dave Rogers. Coach, your team coming off with a win against Broadfording to end the regular season. What did you kind of take away from that game, and how do you hope you're able to carry over some positive things into this game here tonight?
Well, I thought we played hard. I thought we shared the basketball better than we've been sharing it. I thought we were a little more focused in what we were doing, so we have to continue that. I mean, if we all understand that it's 0-0. Records don't mean anything right now. Everybody has a shot to get there, and we've got to come up here and execute and play hard, rebound, don't turn that basketball over, and make sure we take good shots.
Last time you played here at Hedgesville against this Eagles team, it was a tough start, and you guys were really never in the game. Second time around, much closer game. Had a chance there at the end to potentially pull off a comeback and get the win. So what do you, I guess, have taken away from those last two matchups, and how do you execute it this time to get the win?
Well, we hope that we continue that, and yeah, you're right. The first time we were not in it at all, and we had played very early in the year, coming back off those two losses down in South Carolina. So you're supposed to get better as the year goes on. They've gotten better. I think we've gotten better. We've had a lot of distractions this year that you really shouldn't have during the season, and that's a big part of what we've been going through. And so we've got some things to correct in our total program, and but our kids have to be focused. And you're one and done tonight. This is an elimination round. So if you as an athlete are not ready to lay everything on the line, I'm not sure. You gotta be able to do that. I mean, this is a do or die tonight.
You mentioned it being do or die, and also it's Hedgesville at the end of the day, so big rivalry game for you as well. What kind of stands out to you about what they've done in the previous games, and how do you try to knock them off here tonight on the road? Should be a good crowd.
No, they've got a good basketball team. They're loaded with seniors. They've got players from the area, and they've mended them together, and they understand the game, and everybody kind of plays their role. So we just have to control what Cam Wilkes does, and you got to watch Bodek. They're good shooters, and we know Stefan can dribble, drive it. Ruiz is just I think he's a main catalyst in there. He just does a lot of different things. So we've got to do what we need to do with the basketball. Take good shots. Hope your shots fall. Play tough defense. Try to take the shooters out of the game. Try not to let them get quick starts to the game. So we're anxious and we're excited, and let's see what happens.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, pal.
Now joined by the head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Kelly Church. Coach, your team comes into the sectional tournament as the 2 seed. You're facing off against Martinsburg, big rivalry game. What has been some things you've liked about the team so far this year, and how do you feel you're playing heading into the sectionals?
Well, obviously, I mean, we've had some ups and downs, throughout the year. I thought we played really, really well the other night against Jefferson. I think we played a little looser than we have, which I've encouraged the kids to do. The big message is, no regrets. You can't play nervous to be taken out. You can't play nervous to, are you going to make a mistake? I mean, you're going to make some mistakes. You don't have to play perfect, but you got to play really, really hard to stay in the game.
It's been kind of an interesting season. You mentioned the win over Jefferson. You guys end up sweeping them, and they win the conference. But then Spring Mill swept you. So things are very, open. And if you were to draw Jefferson again, I mean, obviously you guys are worried about tonight first, but kind of just been a really competitive year, and it's very open in terms of who's going to make it out. And even this Martinsburg team obviously has some talent, so if they could get hot, anything could really happen.
Yeah, certainly. And we talked about the beginning of the year, and we talked about it throughout the year. Everybody, the proximity of the schools to each other really, really allows us to not only for everybody, not just us, but for all the other teams, not only to, you can scout on tape. Scouting on tape is different than scouting in person. Everybody can go to everybody's games. We find a way to do it, and it makes a big, big difference. Also, all the teams are talented. A number of players on each team can make plays, and so it's what you said. And then in terms of if we get past tonight, man, there's no ifs, man. Like you got to show up tonight and play, and we can't worry about anything else except for the next hour and a half.
This Martinsburg team, first time you guys faced off, you guys won by double digits. Second game at their place was pretty close and ended up being kind of tight toward the end. What stands out to you about them, and how do you, try to beat them for the third time this year, which, as you know, is always tough to do?
Yeah, it certainly is. It certainly is. Different nights, different teams show up. I mean, there's no other way to say it. And we're the same way. Sometimes, you watch us play, and I'm the one who's in charge of it. But sometimes we don't seem to play with the energy and effort that you or I or anybody else hopefully would expect from a Hedgesville basketball team. And so, I've talked about it, and I mean this figuratively, obviously not literally, so no one gets upset at me, over the airways. But, somewhere along the way in a game, you're going to get punched in the mouth. I mean, it's going to happen. Something's not going to go your way. You're not going to get a call. Things happen. And when that happens, how do you respond? Do you drop your head and pout, or do you muster up some gumption and have a little fight in you and figure out a way to get it done? Because we're to the point now where you either get it done or you collect uniforms. That's where everybody's at.
So what specifically do you want to see out of the guys here tonight to get the win?
Well, obviously, like basketball specific things, we have to handle their pressure. This time of year, you got to be prepared for any sort of gimmick defenses or anything like that, which becomes a little different as well. So, but you can't spend forever preparing for it because you only have a certain amount of time to prepare. So, limit transition points, limit live ball turnovers. Dead ball turnovers don't hurt us nearly as much. Becomes important to execute on inbounds plays and stop them from scoring on inbounds plays. All the games within the game, can we limit their transition points? Can we limit their second chance points? They might hit some threes, and they have some kids certainly capable of hitting some outside shots. If they are able to, on a regular basis, get the ball in the lane, whether they drive it in or they shoot it and they rebound it, if they do those things, then that potentially can hurt us. So we've got to keep the ball out of the lane. Again, get back in transition. And on the offensive end, we've got to, when I say play loose and play free, you got to play with confidence, play within the system, but play with confidence. That's important for us.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much. Good luck to everybody around the Panhandle.
Both teams' head coaches, Kelly Church and Dave Rogers, before that. As we continue here on the Sunset Water Services Countdown to Tip-Off, we'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of this break, we'll get Spencer's keys to the game and players to look out for. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Whether it's a strain, sprain, or fracture, WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine in Charlestown and Spring Mills now offers same-day appointments. No referral is needed unless required by your insurance carrier. WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine offers the exceptional care you expect for the injuries you don't. For same-day appointments at WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, call 304-725-BONE.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Welcome you back to Hedgesville as we continue here on the Sunset Water Services Countdown to tip-off. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis. Let's get into the keys to the game, brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company. The key to your next car is at the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer, you ride with them, so the people should too. What are your keys to the game?
Yes, they should. The keys to the game tonight, we'll start first with the Bulldogs. I think good shot selection is going to be one of them. For Martinsburg, I think that, it's going to be a knockdown, drag-out game. It always is when you see these two teams face off. And, for Martinsburg, every single chance they get, they need to be on tonight when it comes to shot selection, especially if they're going to go outside the arc and shoot threes. Also, eliminate turnovers. It seems to be the Dogs kind of our turnover machine at points during the season when kind of they have that one good quarter, and then it just everything compounds together, and then it's not a good outcome like we've seen a lot this season. And now for Hedgesville, don't just chuck up shots. We know Hedgesville can score points, but it appears that they've scored a lot less points than they, I don't necessarily know. We haven't been to all the games, obviously. I don't know if it's due to, not as many possessions or whatever, but at one point in the year, they were scoring 50, 60, 70 points. And now kind of their average is in the mid-40s. So, you kind of don't just want to chuck up shots for shots. You want to have, like I said, for Martinsburg, have good shot selection. Also, as you heard Coach Church say, you want to execute the games within the game. And I think that's going to be key for the Eagles tonight. The little things.
And then we'll get into your players to look out for, brought to you by Sutton and Janelle, attorneys at law. A full-service law firm helping individuals, families, and businesses with all their legal needs. They're at 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Or go to suttonandjanelle.com.
I think for Martinsburg, it's got to be LaQuay Clark. I mean, he had 19 points the other night. He's kind of went away for a little bit, it felt like. He wasn't really, hitting a lot of threes. But now you see that he is. So I think he's going to be the point tonight. If he can shoot a few good threes, 3, 4, maybe 5 threes tonight, that's going to help the Dogs. Now for Hedgesville, I think it's going to be Cam Wilkes because he does the same thing. He hits a lot of threes. He's a very good shooter. So I think if we see that this year or tonight, I think that it can be good for Cam Wilkes. It's good for Cam Wilkes. It's good for Hedgesville. If it's good for LaQuay Clark, then it's good for Martinsburg.
All right, we'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll give you the starting lineups. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. We're back in 2 minutes.
Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg is your favorite place to have a great meal, a good time, and to catch all the games. Join us Mondays for 75-cent wings and follow your favorite team from the bar on our 17 TVs located all throughout the bar or from the outdoor fire pit. Ollie's has great food and drink menus and features specials for every day of the week, including Saturdays when you can get a 16-ounce ribeye steak grilled the way you want it for just $24.95. That's Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. We'll see you for the game. Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come
from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body. If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team, with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
We welcome you back to Hedgesville High School, Martinsburg, Hedgesville, West Virginia High School boys basketball action here in the Section 1 semifinals between the Eagles and the Bulldogs. Winner will face Spring Mills for the Section 1 championship game. Let's get into your starting lineups, brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. We'll start with the Bulldogs. It will be in the backcourt, number 0, Avion Blackwood. Joining him will be number 3, Chase Shipley, number 5, Achilles Whitby, number 11, Chazier Baker, and rounding out the lineup, number 15, Jameer Hunter. On the Hedgesville side, it will be number 1, Stephon Barclay, number 3, Cam Wilkes, number 10, Jackson Ruest, number 11, Christian Bolduc, and number 12, Tay Wilmer. We'll take a 1-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have tip-off here from Hedgesville High School. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 1 minute.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Marius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
We welcome you back here on the pregame show, concluding as the Hedgesville Eagles get ready to take the floor with their starters. Nick Verzolini, Spencer Dupuis, happy to have you with us. John Allerton and Dylan Bishop are our cameramen here tonight. And back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin. Spencer, as the Hedgesville starters get announced, just some thoughts, I guess, on the other game going on tonight. Musselman taking on Washington at home. The winner of that game gets to play the Jefferson Cougars for the Section 2 championship.
Yeah, I think that's an intriguing matchup because although Musselman swept the season series, I want to say the total difference in both games combined was like 8 points or something. They were close victories both times for Musselman. So if I'm the Appleman, I'm a little worried tonight.
I believe it was like a 12-point win the first time for Musselman, or maybe a 9-point win, I believe it was the first time. And the second game was like a 5-point win. So both games were within 10, and Washington certainly has shown some ability to play Musselman tough this year. So should be a fun one there in Inwood, but obviously a huge rivalry game here tonight in Hedgesville. Stephon Barclay takes the circle for the Eagles. Jameer Hunter on the other side for Martinsburg as the Eagles come out in the white jerseys with the blue numbers, blue letters across the chest, and blue stripe down the side of the shorts. And Martinsburg in the all-black uniforms with the orange numbers, white numbers, orange letters, and the orange stripe down the side.
Tip-off brought to you by Hagerstown Ford. Nick, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com.
Martinsburg with the basketball to begin things here as Blackwood comes off the Baker screen, throws a pass down low, and it was kicked away. It will stay with the Bulldogs.
Lineup change tonight. Not necessarily lineup, but he's not in the lineup at all. Rashad Reed for Martinsburg out with a knee injury once again, Nick.
Yeah, he was out against Bront Ford and Christian Academy. So we'll see. Hopefully Reed can return at some point.
If Martinsburg's able to continue.
Yeah, right. Shipley with the basketball. Over to Avion Blackwood on the wing. Up top to Baker for three. That is off the back of the rim. No good. Great effort by Avion Blackwood, but he couldn't stay in bounds. It will be Hedgesville basketball. Our first shot of the game brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. They're 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Or call 304-263-5131. It's Bolduc. His pass is tipped away by Chase Shipley. Thrown off of Damon Cook, who gets the start tonight. So a little change in the lineup. It will be Cook opposed to Tay Wilmer.
That's an interesting lineup move there.
Well, it gives you a little bit more length if you're Hedgesville.
We were given Tay Wilmer, but it was a change.
Maybe on Blackwood with the basketball, dribbling at the volleyball line. Stephon Barclay guarding him. The former teammates going at it here. Over to Chase Shipley, guarded by Cook. Off the Baker screen, he gets doubled. Shipley out to Blackwood. He'll try a three, and that's off the mark, no good, but a great rebound by Jameer Hunter. Hunter finds a wide-open Baker who drives into the lane. Shot is up and no good. It's tipped around and rebounded by Stephon Barclay. First time Hedgesville has it on their side of the floor. It's Ruest with the basketball over to Bolduc. Head fake, drives in, pulls up from just inside the elbow. It's no good. Rebounded by Jameer Hunter. Hunter finds Whitby in the open floor. He turns it over. Cam Wilkes to the rack. He has it knocked away by Jameer Hunter and out of bounds. It will stay with the Eagles.
Great hustle play by Jameer Hunter. I mean, we know what he's able to do on the football field as a receiver, and we've seen over these last about month and a half of what he's been able to do on the basketball court, but just pure acceleration there to get it, tap the ball out of bounds, and not foul.
6:22 to go in the first quarter. Still no score between Martinsburg and Hedgesville. Here's an inbound to Damon Cook. Cook guarded by Blackwood over to Ruest. Barclay now on the wing. Back to Bolduc. He'll try a three. Bolduc's shot is too strong. Rebounded by Hunter. Already 3 or 4 rebounds for Jameer Hunter, who's earned a spot in this starting lineup purely to do stuff like that. Rebound and hustle, play good defense.
Yeah, and we don't see him shoot a lot, but when we do, I think he's really gotten shooting motion down over the last week or two.
Blackwood to the rack. His shot is off the mark. Tipped around and out of bounds, and will stay with the Martinsburg Bulldogs.
Now they're going to talk things out over here. They decide that it will stay with the Bulldogs.
So it will be Martinsburg possession. Still no score with 5:50 to go in the opening quarter. That pass taken away by Ruest. Then back into the hands of Hunter, then back into the hands of Ruest, who goes down the court to Barclay. Layup no good, but it's followed by Cook. He lays it up and in to get Hedgesville on the board here first, 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, we're nearly 2.5 minutes into this ball game. That's the first points of the game for either team. very defensive battle so far.
Shazier Baker with the basketball hesitation move. He gets double teamed, lost control of it. Wilkes now on the fast break for the Eagles. Thought about the three, then goes hard to the rim and lays it up with the left hand. Cam Wilkes with his first 2 points. It's 4-0. Eagles on top. 5:10 to go in the first. Shipley pulls up from long three-point range, and that is straight through for Chase Shipley from downtown. 4-3 our score. Chase Shipley has developed into arguably Martinsburg's best player this season with how he's been shooting the ball. Kyrie Bunny's going to check in. Talking to Coach Rogers, he's liked how Bunny's played as of late. He'll come in for Baker.
I don't think Baker's happy he's getting taken out of the game.
Martinsburg going with a press here. A 1-2-2 look for the Bulldogs to try to speed things up on the Hedgesville side. Eagles break it though with no problems. Wilkes over to Ruest. Now back top of the key, Stephon Barclay. Barclay with the drive in. His shot is off the glass and through. 3 straight layups for Hedgesville. Coach Dave Rogers is going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 6-3 our score. We're back in 30 seconds.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We welcome you back to Hedgesville High School. Eagles 6, Bulldogs 3. Our first quarter is presented to you on TV 10 by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields & Sons, a family-owned, full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson. Proudly serving the area since 1880, along with CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA moving lives forward. Shipley with the dribble handoff to Avion Blackwood. Blackwood has it taken away, but it's into the hands of Hunter. Hunter goes straight to the rim. Scoop shot is no good.
That almost went in.
He makes those difficult shots look easy. He has a fight for the rebound and a jump ball, and it's Hedgesville basketball. Martinsburg stays in that press look. Bolduc crosses half court. In the hands of Wilkes back up top to Jackson Ruest. Now over to the left wing for Stephon Barclay. Barclay in the corner. Wilkes 3 is good from Cam Wilkes. It's 9-3, Eagles on top.
Yeah, Cam Wilkes, my player to keep an eye out for the Eagles. He's already up to 5 points of the team's 9.
Shipley finds Blackwood. Over to Whitby now. Whitby on the wing. He penetrates, kicks it over to Jameer Hunter. Hunter lost control of it into the hands of Ruest. Ruest finds Wilkes. He'll look to push with the left-handed dribble. Step back 3 on the way from Cam Wilkes is good again. Back-to-back triples for the senior. It's 12-3, Eagles on top. Wilkes now up to 8 points.
And just like I said, Cam Wilkes doing it all so far.
Avion Blackwood with the basketball. Achilles Whitby now top of the key. Bunny over into the corner for Chase Shipley. Bulldogs in a similar situation to what they were in the first game between these two teams, and that 3 is short off the front of the rim. No good. Bolduc grabs the rebound for Hedgesville. Into the hands of Ruest, who crosses the timeline. Eagles try to reset. Over to Barclay. Barclay drives into the lane, kicks it out. Into the hands of Bolduc, who drives baseline. His pass is tipped away and out of bounds. It will stay with the Eagles. LaQuay Clark's going to check into the game for Jameer Hunter. So Clark coming off the bench as of late. Had a real good game against Broadford and Christian Academy. And a guy that seemed like he needed a confidence boost. And we saw him play with a lot more energy the other night. Here's Bolduc's shot off the inbound. That is up and good. Eagles seem to have the touch here early, Spencer. 14-3, Hedgesville.
Yeah, Bolduc getting into the scoring column here now. 4 different players have scored these 14 points.
Into the corner. Here's a 3 from Bunny, and finally Martinsburg back on the board. Kyrie Bunny.
That's what they needed right now. I mean, they're still down 8 right now, but I think that kind of cutting it into it a little bit's good. And it's a good shot selection on the three.
Martinsburg has 2 made field goals, a Shipley 3 and a Bunny 3. That shot off the mark, no good. Rebounded by the Dogs. Down the court to Blackwood. Blackwood catches, goes up strong, and is fouled. He'll head to the line. Damon Cook was put in a tough situation. He hacked Blackwood on his way up, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, Blackwood is kind of, I'd say, the heart and soul of this team, and you put him to the free throw line, and you're probably going to regret it because he shoots a very good percentage at the charity stripe.
Had a tough game. I think it was when the Dogs played Hedgesville last time, or it might have been the Musselman game where he struggled from the line, but usually is pretty good, and he knocks that one down, Spencer.
Yeah,
14-7.
Not a broadcaster's jinx here.
Second one from Avion is good as well, so 14-8 our score. Hedgesville on top. Martinsburg trying to keep the pressure up. Down the court to Barclay. Barclay will reset the offense, finds Cook. Top of the key now, Ruest. Ruest driving in. Floater, no good. Tips his own rebound a bunch of times. Goes up strong, can't finish. Rebounded, though, by Christian Bolduc. Too many offensive rebounds in favor of the Eagles. Damon Cook's 3 from the corner is short. Back into the hands of Cook. He goes to the rim this time, gets fouled on his way up, and he'll shoot 2. So Hedgesville going with the length and starting Cook, and it seems to have made a good impact for the Eagles so far. Wilmer, the smaller guard, but they know Martinsburg kind of lacks in size. Maybe that's why they went with Cook here tonight.
Something not in the picture, which could come up later, is Wilkes was holding the back of his leg. I don't know if he just had his arm there, but he was right in front of where we are here on the other charity stripe. He looked like he was holding the back of his leg a little bit.
Cook's free throw, no good. Wilmer getting ready to check in. Second one from Cook is short as well, but another offensive rebound. Bolduc goes up strong and gets the shot to fall.
Bolduc is, kind of like all reliable. You get him the ball and he's probably going to score.
Chase Shipley with the basketball from Martinsburg. Now to Avion Blackwood. Over to Kyrie Bunny. Reverse it to Shipley, who drives baseline. Pulls up on the floater. Shot is no good, but he is fouled, and he'll go ahead and head to the line to shoot a pair. 16-8. Eagles on top. 1:18 to go in the first quarter. Martinsburg to the free throw line with Shipley.
And Nick, Chase Shipley's a guy that's going to be around for 2 more years for this Bulldog team, and he's impressed so far as a sophomore.
Definitely, it misses the front end of the 2 free throws. Height will check in. Wilmer comes in for Cook. Second free throw from Shipley is good this time, so he goes 1 for 2 from the line. He has 4 points at 16-9. Hedgesville down the court to Barclay. Barclay takes one dribble and lays it up and in.
That was too easy. I think that was too easy. He had a wide open lane to the basket. Now he doubled him up once again.
Yeah, when they break in the press, it's been finding Stephon Barclay in the corner and has given some issues for Martinsburg. Hedgesville's been breaking that press pretty easily. Whitby with a confident 3, but it falls in and out, no good.
I like that shot.
Rebounded by Cam Wilkes over to Bolduc. Into the corner for Stephon Barclay. 40 seconds to go in the first. Eagles up 9. Burress down low to Bolduc. He goes up strong. Man falls down. No call, and Bolduc powers his way up and in. 20-9. Good start for Christian Bolduc.
He's now got 6.
And doing it on the block. Not a post presence, but he's played well down low here tonight. Blackwood goes straight through the defense. That shot rejected by Jackson Ruest.
Yeah, that's going to be an early candidate for Cody's auto body rejection of the game. Ruest here with 12.5 seconds left in the first quarter.
Jackson will head to the bench. McQuay Clark will inbound for Martinsburg. He gets it into Whitby. Whitby over to Height. Reverse the basketball to Chase Shipley, top of the key. Shipley splits 3 defenders. A wild-looking layup is no good. Rebounded by Bolduc. 3 seconds. Bolduc crosses, pulls up for 3 at the buzzer. Just no good. as it falls short. And we will head to the second quarter with our score. Hedgesville 20, Martinsburg 9. We'll take a 60-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
And the streak continues!
CMA's Martinsburg dealerships continue to knock out the competition with their competitive pricing, extensive selection, and lifetime powertrain warranty. With over 450 new and used vehicles in stock and on the way, CMA won't leave you waiting on the bench.
That's right, CMA's Martinsburg dealerships are once again the most valuable dealers in the area.
For the strongest and deepest lineups, visit CMA's Martinsburg dealerships online at martinsburg.cmacars.com today. And good luck to all Panhandle High School student athletes.
20-9 our score as we begin this second quarter. Nick Verzolini, Spencer Dupuis, happy to have you with us for Hedgesville Martinsburg boys basketball action. It's the sectional tournament first round here, semifinal game. And our second quarter is brought to you on TV 10 by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. They're located at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at orsinis.com. As well as the Skinner Law Firm, injury and consumer rights lawyers. Call 304-245-6613 or go to skinnerfirm.com. Shout out to the Skinner Law Firm helping us get tomorrow's game on, the girls' regional final between Martinsburg and Washington. Clark's three-pointer is no good.
I like that shot there. That was a good shot, just maybe a little bit more onto it.
Bulldogs have struggled from the floor so far. Just two made shots from the floor. Wilmer, great pass down low to Barclay. He gets the floater to go. 22-9.
Barclay's now got 6.
Balanced scoring attack for the Eagles. Martinsburg hasn't had any real offensive answers early on. In the corner for Whitby, Shipley makes Wilmer falls down. Pull up from the elbow, and Chase Shipley gets that shot to go.
Shipley's now got 6.
22-11. Hedgesville on top of Martinsburg as we begin this second quarter. Wilmer to Wilkes. Head fake behind the back, dribble back into the hands of Tay Wilmer. Bolduc now with it up top. Reverse the basketball into the hands of Ruest. Hedgesville very patient here, up by 11. No reason to rush. Martinsburg not really guarding tightly. Over to Barclay. Now Bolduc to Wilmer. Back to Jackson Ruest. Barclay on the short corner. Spin move. Fade away is no good. Rebounded by Achilles Whitby. Martinsburg going back the other way. LaQuay Clark pulls up. Tough jumper on the way is no good. Ruest skies up for the rebound and secures it for the Eagles. And they can burn some more clock and continue to work to get good shots like we've seen throughout this ballgame. Good give and go between Wilmer and Bolduc. Bolduc shot no good. Ruest's offensive rebound. Second effort there for Jackson Ruest as he pads the stats with a back-to-back rebounds and gets his first 2 points. So another player in the scoring column for the Eagles. Clark drives baseline, gets fouled, and will head to the line with the finish.
Yeah, the hoop and the harm there. We'll see him with the and one attempt.
LaQuay Clark with his first 2 points. Martinsburg just with its 4th field goal of the early going. 24-13 Hedgesville with 5:49 to go in this second period. Clark will tie those shoes with the pink laces and the gray shoes. Clark's free throw is good, so he has 3. Ruest over to Wilmer, now to Bolduc. Hedgesville again breaks the press with ease. They look really confident offensively in this one, Spencer.
Yeah, they really do so far, and that was one of my keys to the game. Also win the game within the game. They're doing that for the most part so far.
Really good pass by Wilmer, but he traveled before it. So
we got an update after 1 quarter. Musselman on top of Washington, 23-4, Nick. Thanks to Brian Horner for the score.
Well, looks like Musselman should be advancing if they're able to keep playing like that.
Yes.
Driving baseline was Chase Shipley. His shot blocked. He finds a cutting Baker after getting his own rebound, and Baker's in the scoring column now. Martinsburg starting to cut into the lead at 24-16. Eagles in transition. Ruiz to Wilkes on the right wing. Back up top to Jackson Ruiz. Now in the hands of Wilmer. 4:48 to go in this second quarter. 24-16. Good pass to Wilmer. Kicks it out. A long Cam Wilkes triple is off the back of the rim. No good. And a whistle and out of bounds. Must have hit off of that connector for the basket. So that's out
moving.
Of bounds. And
it just moved. It's swinging around, so that leads me to believe it was hit. So great call by the referee.
That would make sense. Chase Shipley with the basketball, trying to call out the offense for the young Bulldog point guard. Into the hands of Clark. Clark tries a long three, and that's good for LaQuay Clark. He now has 6.
He needs to get that going, continue that shot. He had 3 threes in Friday's game and part of his 19 points. If he can lead the team tonight, good things can happen.
Martinsburg has cut it down to 5. They have a foul called on the Bulldogs.
Nick, very little foul so far. I mean, we're at 5 between both teams here with 4 minutes to go. I mean, that's a quarter and a half, basically.
Yeah, first one on LaQuay Clark. Wilmer will check out for the Eagles, who have gone a little cold here. 24-19. Martinsburg's got the lead back down to 5 after trailing at the end of 1, 20-9. It's a nice 10-4 run in this second quarter for the Dogs. That pass nearly taken away into the hands of Wilkes. Wilkes pulls up from the free throw line. That shot no good. Rebounded by Baker down low. Baker trying to find Height. Lost control of it. Height dives on the floor. And a timeout given to Martinsburg with our score, 24-19. Hedgesville on top. 3:47 to go in the second quarter. We're back in 30 seconds, after this.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
We welcome you back to Hedgesville High School. The Eagles on top of the Bulldogs 24-19 with 3:47 to go in this first half, and a great job by Height to dive on that loose basketball, Spencer. We talked about it, and both teams' head coaches really hinted at it. If you lose tonight, you're turning in your uniform because the season's over. But so you got to win every loose ball, and there's one that Height won for the Bulldogs. Shipley gets it across half court, finds Baker, out over Blackwood, out to Height. He'll try a 3, and it's just off the mark, but Clark tips it, and it falls.
Wow, what a great job by Clark to get up there for the tip, and now he's got 8 points.
He has the potential to score in the high 20s.
3-point game.
This one tipped into the hands of the Eagles' Christian Bolduc. Bolduc loses it. Dogs pushing. Shipley to Clark. The layup is in and out, no good, but Baker's there to follow, and it's 24-23, a 1-point game after it was an 11-point lead for Hedgesville at the end of 1 at 20-9.
All about teamwork, Nick. That happened on the last 2 made baskets for the Bulldogs.
And it starts, though, really on the defensive end for Martinsburg. Forcing a turnover and then getting out and running and then following the shot with Baker after what looked like an easy layup between Shipley and Clark. That one intercepted by Avion Blackwood.
Martinsburg really fighting for their playoff lives tonight, and they're showing it right now.
Bulldogs can take the lead with a basket here. Clark pulls up from the elbow, and that's good. LaQuay Clark is fired up. He's got 10 points off the bench, and Martinsburg has its first lead of the night at 25-24. 2:32 to go. We got a timeout taken by head coach Kelly Church and the Eagles. We'll take a 30-second break.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsinis.com. Welcome you back with our score now. Martinsburg 25, Hedgesville 24. It was a 20-9 first quarter, and the Bulldogs have responded with a 16-4 run to take a 25-24 lead here, Spencer. What a run for Martinsburg. What do you think's kind of been the difference?
I just think it's been the confidence for each player and the teamwork down low. I mean, if a player misses a basket, you've got 2 or 3 guys there just waiting for the rebound to put it back up and in.
Bulldogs with 2:32 to go before halftime. With a 1-point lead over the Hedgesville Eagles, who will inbound from the baseline out of the timeout. LaQuay Clark off the bench has provided a big spark in this second quarter. And he can be a difference maker. When he is on, you better watch out. So far, Clark's been on here tonight. Eagles with the 18-win regular season. Martinsburg with just 8 wins in the regular season. But the Bulldogs currently with a 1-point lead. Here's a foul called against Height.
It's not a bad foul, being a little aggressive, but I mean, you want to show that fight here in this sectional semifinal matchup.
Height, while it doesn't show in the score column, has been really good on the defensive end as well off the bench for Martinsburg tonight. Wilkes to Wilmer. Bulldogs coming out in a zone defense. It's like a 3-2 look for the Dogs. Trying to throw a different look at the Eagles. Cook with the basketball, top of the key. 1:55 to go in the second. Good pass to Wilmer. He'll pull up from the elbow. Shot too strong. Height grabs the rebound. He finds Blackwood. Blackwood takes it across the timeline and sets things up into the hands now of the sophomore point guard, Chase Shipley. He'll call out the offense for Martinsburg. Shipley with the dribble handoff into the hands of Blackwood. Blackwood over to Clark. Clark splits the D, pulls up. Good again. LaQuay Clark can't miss right now. It's 27-24.
Everything is just going in for Clark. He's got 12.
All in this quarter. 1:15 to go in the second. Rest. Over to Stephon Barclay. Barclay into the corner. Miscommunication, nearly a turnover. Damon Cook chases it down for the Eagles. Over to Cam Wilkes. Back to Cook. Now in the hands of Ruess. Ruess bounce pass to Wilkes. Wilkes back to Cook. Wilkes head fake, 3-pointer off the mark. But an offensive rebound, Christian Bolduc grabbing the rebound. I'm sorry, Stephon Barclay. No, that was Bolduc. Or Damon Cook, excuse me. Couldn't read the numbers there.
Yeah, Cook going to the line now. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight.
I haven't seen Bolduc here in a little bit, and he was playing a pretty good first quarter with 6 points early. Cook to the line, and he misses once again from the charity stripe. Bolduc comes back in for Wilmer. Still a 3-point lead for Martinsburg with 44 seconds to go before the half. The question will be also on the Bulldogs side of things, Spencer. We've seen them play these good quarters or halves before, but then not be able to finish games. As we head into halftime, that's got to be in the back of your mind. Second one was good for Cook, but I believe we had a lane violation. So
yeah, I didn't see a count on the board there.
27-24. Martinsburg bringing it across, can hold for the final shot of the quarter. Shipley down low to Height, turnover from Baker, trying to hit Height underneath. So 27-24, and the Eagles have the possession.
And Nick, talking about Height right now, Garrett Height's really come on. Coach saw what he did in practice, moved him up, be a swing player. and now he's getting critical minutes here in a critical sectional semifinal game.
Yeah, wouldn't expect that necessarily at the beginning of the season. Here's Cook down low to Barclay. Barclay throws it. It's taken away by Avion Blackwood. Shipley out on the break. Shipley going up strong with the layup. He finishes that shot. It's Martinsburg by 5 with 5 seconds. Ruest ahead to Barclay. Barclay back to Ruest at the buzzer. Oh, it nearly banked in. But we head to halftime with Martinsburg leading Hedgesville 29-24. Take a 2-minute break. When we return, we'll have the halftime show. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Welcome you back to Hedgesville High School as we get you into the halftime show. Brought to you by the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to WVJusticeLawyers.com. Recap some scoring for you in the first half. We'll start with the Eagles, who had a 20-9 lead at the end of one, but now after a 20-4 quarter in favor of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, our score is 29-24 at the half. Martinsburg.
Just remarkable.
Stephon Barclay with 6 points. Cam Wilkes with 8. Damon Cook with 2. 2 from Ruest and 6 from Christian Bolduc. On the Bulldogs side, it's 2 for Avion Blackwood, 12 from LaCoy Clark, 8 for Chase Shipley, 3 for Kyrie Bunny, and 4 for Shazier Baker. Spencer, your kind of takeaways from the first half.
I mean, I don't know what the coaching staff said to the Bulldogs between quarters, but whatever it is, they just went out and balled in the second quarter. LaCoy Clark was on at all 12 in the second quarter. Seeing Shipley with 8 here so far is great, and Blackwood only with 2 points. But, I mean, if you're going to get secondary scoring from guys like Clark and Shipley, you don't necessarily need Blackwood to lead the way.
Yeah, and that could make things even tougher if they start focusing on those guys that could put up some things for Avion. But we'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
This is Eric at Hancock Chevrolet. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hancock Chevrolet, it is that easy. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hancock Chevrolet will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time in a car dealership playing the dumb back and forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Cumberland to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hancock Chevrolet absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HancockChevy.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want, and your new ride will be delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Welcome into the And One Halftime Scoreboard Show on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, brought to you by Mountaineer Pub, located at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway in Martinsburg. Colin McLaughlin here, and at the half, the Martinsburg Bulldogs lead the Hedgesville Eagles 29-24 in the Class 4A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal. Winner of this one will take on the number 1 seeded Spring Mills Cardinals Friday at 7 p.m. We'll have that game for you with pregame coverage starting at 6:30. Over to Section 2 at the half, the Musselman Applemen taking care of business at home against the Washington Patriots. Musselman 43, Washington 17. On to some NCAA Division I Top 25 action now in the second half. Number 6, Marquette leads Butler 38-25. Number 13, Virginia leads Clemson in the first half 24-19. Also in the first half, Iowa on the road right now up 14 on number 15, Indiana, 40-26. At 9 p.m. tonight, it's number 3, Kansas, taking on Texas Tech. Number 12, Tennessee hosts Arkansas. Also at 9 p.m., number 18, San Diego State goes to Boise State. And number 24, Texas A&M plays at Ole Miss. In the NBA, only one game currently in action as the Lakers and Grizzlies underway in the first. The Grizzlies lead 7-6 at 7:30, so just getting ready to tip off is the Wizards at the Hawks. You can catch that game right here on Talk Radio WRNR. After the conclusion of this one, the Bucks play the Nets, the Bulls play the Raptors, the Nuggets go against the Rockets, the Kings take on the Thunder, the Pacers take on the Mavs, and the Spurs take on the Jazz. And then at 10 p.m., Trailblazers against the Warriors and Timberwolves against the Clippers. This has been the And One Halftime Scoreboard Show on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Again, at the half, Martinsburg 29, Hedgesville 24 is your score. We'll step aside, take another 2-minute break, and then send it back to Nick Verzolini and Spencer Dupuis for the call of half number 2.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg is your favorite place to have a great meal, a good time, and to catch all the games. Join us Mondays for 75-cent wings and follow your favorite team from the bar on our 17 TVs located all throughout the bar or from the outdoor fire pit. Ollie's has great food and drink menus and features specials for every day of the week, including Saturdays when you can get a 16-ounce ribeye steak grilled the way you want it for just $24.95. That's Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. We'll see you for the game.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School. Our score, Martinsburg 29, Hedgesville 24. Spencer, this would be quite the upset. And we talked about a lot of these things during the Sports Mix this week. One, as you say all the time, it's tough to beat a team 3 times. And that's a factual statement. And also, in these single elimination tournaments, which is something I say all the time, the best team on paper and the best team record-wise doesn't always win because it's just one game and anything can happen. So even though Hedgesville had a better regular season, won 10 more games than the Bulldogs, they could still lose here tonight and then be done. And Martinsburg would have a chance to potentially make a run at a state tournament. I mean, you wouldn't have thought that based on the two teams' records, but records go out the window when you get to sectional play.
Yeah. They definitely do go out the window as you see some Bulldog fan really hearts Jackson's team.
Can't blame them. Hedgesville with the basketball here. Damon Cook down low to Bolduc. His shot is in and out, no good. Shazier Baker grabs the rebound into the hands of Chase Shipley. Baker passes kicked away by Jackson Ruest. Our third quarter is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Along with Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive, or call 304-263-3361. Eagles student section chanting defense. Bulldogs with the basketball here. Avion Blackwood off the Baker screen. Over to Clark, who gets the start the second half after a 12-point second quarter. Over to Baker. That pass is taken away by Christian Bolduc. He finds Ruest, who will slow it down into the hands now of Cook. Eagles working it up top here. Trying to find some offense. Martinsburg staying in that 3-2 zone. Wilkes drives in. Nice move to the rim, but the shot is short. Ruesto grabs the rebound, goes up strong, gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Always can count on Jackson Ruest, I feel like, to get to the charity stripe at some point in the basketball game.
He's relentless on the offensive glass. And the first free throw there by Ruest, the lefty, knocks it down. He has 3 points. 29-25 our score. 6:39 to go in this third quarter.
And we know Jackson Ruest also a baseball player, but for his sake, he doesn't want to go to practice for baseball tomorrow.
That's true. Baseball, football star for the Eagles. Shipley grabs the rebound after the second one was missed, and Chase will try to run the offense here for Martinsburg. Into the hands of Baker on the right wing. We'll find Shipley again, who lost control of it, a turnover. Out on the run are the Eagles, and a layup good by Cam Wilkes. 2-point lead now for Martinsburg.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I highlighted Wilkes in the pregame as a player to look out for. Now he's in double digits with 10.
Shipley and Martinsburg trying to end this kind of turnover streak. Here's a Clark three from the top of the key. It's too strong. Rebounded by Ruest. Ahead to Cook. He'll slow it down. Eagles down by 2 to Martinsburg here with 5:43 to go in this third quarter. Into the high post for West. A three-pointer from Cam Wilkes. Just short, no good. It's tipped by Bolduc. Then grabbed again. There he is. Jackson West gets the offensive rebound and lays it up and in. And we're tied at 29 with 5:25 to go in the third. West making his presence felt so far in this third quarter. Baker to the rack. His shot tipped away his attempt to go to the rim, I guess, is tipped away. And then Barclay in transition lays it up and in. It's a big run here for Hedgesville. And they've regained the lead at 31-29. And we got a timeout taken by head coach Dave Rogers and the Martinsburg Bulldogs. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball. Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 30.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
31-29 Hedgesville leading Martinsburg. A full timeout taken by Dave Rogers and the Bulldogs, who trail by 2. Spencer, after heading into halftime with the 29-24 lead, now a 7-0 run for Hedgesville, so they've responded to start the second half.
Yeah, they really haven't. You know, we were talking off the air at halftime, and you said Hedgesville just looks flat. Well, now it's flipped the script right now. Martinsburg looks flat here as we come out of this halftime break. And Hedgesville has all the momentum now after Martinsburg went into half with all the momentum.
Coach Church said to me before the game, it's all about which team shows up. And that's really a big key in high school basketball, especially because it can be tough sometimes for high school kids to bring it each and every night. You know, they got a lot of things going on outside of basketball. And even though this is obviously important to these kids, sometimes you just have an off night where you don't show up. Hedgesville had a really good first quarter and then didn't show up in the second quarter. Martinsburg showed up in the second quarter after not showing up in the first. And so far, the third has belonged to the Eagles. We'll see if that continues out this timeout. Shipley to Baker in the corner. Back to Blackwood. Chase Shipley dribbling around the perimeter, guarded by Damon Cook of Hedgesville. Shipley out to Clark, bobbles the basketball, pulls up from the baseline, shot no good, rebounded by Ruest. Another rebound for Jackson in this third quarter.
None other than Ruest.
Cam Wilkes out to Bolduc for 3. Too strong off the back iron, rebounded by Achilles Whitby. He finds Avion Blackwood, and the Bulldogs will reset with the possession. Baker open on the wing, drives in, kicks it over to Clark. Clark back to Baker, short jumper, in and out, no good. Bulldogs remain scoreless to begin this third quarter with 3:48 to go in the quarter. It's Hedgesville by 2 at 31-29. So despite Martinsburg's offensive struggles, the Eagles haven't pulled away yet. Here's Bolduc with the head fake, drives baseline, shot is up and good over Baker. Nice move by Christian Bolduc, and he's back in the score column now with 8 points, his first point since the first quarter. Shipley, a deep triple off the back of the rim, no good, rebounded by Stephon Barclay.
If you're the Dogs, you needed that one to drop.
Bulldogs starting the third quarter with no points in the first 5 minutes of the second half. That one tipped away by Chase Shipley and out of bounds. Jameer Hunter's going to check in, try to give a spark to Martinsburg. He comes in for Whitby. Bolduc will inbound in front of the Eagles bench. Cam Wilkes with the basketball over to Damon Cook. Now back to Wilkes in the corner. He reverses the basketball opposite side corner to Christian Bolduc. Now over to Cook. Cook for 3. Good. That's a big shot. Hedgesville up 7 at 36-29.
Separation is what the Eagles need right now.
Shipley to the rack. Layup is good. Martinsburg finally on the board in the second half. And it's Chase Shipley getting the layup to go. He's now in double figures at 10 points, 36-31.
Yeah, they couldn't buy a basket there for the first 6 minutes of the quarter, or 5. Now they got it.
Wilkes driving, losing control of it, out of bounds, off of Wilkes in Martinsburg basketball.
Great job by Blackwood there to kind of tip the basketball, but he tipped it not away. He tipped it back in to Bolduc. So it goes off of Bolduc.
Shipley now bringing it across half court into the hands of Avion Blackwood. Down low to Clark. Up top to Blackwood. Blackwood goes into the lane. Shot no good. Rebounded by the Eagles. Hedgesville looking to push. Barclay running into Shipley and a blocking foul called on Chase Shipley. Just the third foul here this quarter. All of them have, though, gone on the Bulldogs. The first on Chase Shipley in what's been a pretty low fouling game so far.
Wait till the fourth quarter.
Well, if the game stays close, Martinsburg will need to foul. Bolduc for 3, or if Hedgesville is obviously trailing, they'll need to foul. And that one hits off of that connector and out of bounds after missing.
I don't see it swinging now.
Well, I mean, I think I see it a little bit. They have a better angle than we do from up top here. Shipley over to Clark in the corner. He head fakes, finds Baker, reverse it to Blackwood for 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by the Eagles again. Still
another rebound by Jackson Ruess.
Cook in transition. Finds Ruest at the top of the key. Over the head pass to Barclay. Out to Bolduc for 3. That one's off the side of the rim. No good. Hedgesville still just leads by 5 despite the struggles of Martinsburg this quarter. Spencer, would you have thought, and we'll see, I mean, here's still a minute 18 to go, but if Martinsburg came out with just 2 points to begin the third quarter, you'd expect Hedgesville to have bigger than a 5-point lead. So
yeah,
we'll see how things play out here.
Considering they scored 20 in the first. But they did have struggles there in the second, only scoring 4. They've only scored 12 in this quarter.
Here's a shot off the mark from Jameer Hunter. Another Ruest rebound into the hands of Cam Wilkes. Wilkes with the hesitation move, gets it across half court, pulls up for 3. Shot is good from Cam Wilkes, the senior from downtown. It's the Eagles by 8.
He's got 13. Player I said to keep an eye out for tonight.
Clark into the lane. He stopped on his way to the basket. Foul called on the Eagles. Their first foul of the second half. Second on Cam Wilkes. 36 seconds to go before the end of the quarter. Tay Wilmer, I believe, is going to come in for Wilkes, and he will, just to make certain that he doesn't pick up the third foul before the beginning of the fourth quarter. Clark will inbound it from the baseline. In the hands of Blackwood. Blackwood has hesitation move, kicks it out to Shipley, who head fakes, kicks it over to Clark. Clark drives baseline, going up strong into the middle of the lane now, and the layup is good from LaQuay Clark.
That's his first points of this quarter.
It feels like he hasn't gotten a ton of shots this quarter. 14 for Clark on the game. Martinsburg are just 4 points in the quarter, 39-33 the score. Final 10 seconds of the third. Hedgesville's got all the last shots so far of the quarters. Barclay to Wilmer. No look pass in the corner for Bolduc right before the buzzer, and it is an air ball. Might have got blocked. We head to the fourth with Hedgesville now in the lead again. 39-33 over Martinsburg. It's been a good one so far. We'll see how it closes. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back at 60.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
up with your water long enough. It's time for Sunset Water Services, your local water solution since 1989, to fix your water problems. Get better tasting, better smelling, and better looking water today. Say hello to drinking your own delicious water for pennies per gallon. Say yes to healthier skin and hair and to softer and brighter clothes. Sunset Water Services delivers your bags of salt to you, so they'll save your back too. And our products come with a 1-year satisfaction guarantee. Call 304-754-9031 for a free water quality test today. SunsetWater.com.
And they only give up 4. So kind of along the same wavelength that second and third quarter, just opposites.
If the trend continues, Martinsburg will win this quarter after how the game started with a big Hedgesville quarter. Second quarter was Martinsburg, third was the Eagles. Do we see Martinsburg come out and win the fourth, or do the Eagles hold on here and get the win?
Stay tuned to find out.
I'm hoping, for my sake, that this is since we always want the best scenario and best game possible, it's kind of just a back and forth quarter. We haven't really gotten that. We've had imbalance in quarters. The game's been close overall, but a back and forth quarter would be entertaining. Shipley tries baseline, gets his own rebound, powers his way up, and the foul and the finish for Chase Shipley.
He's got 13, looking to make it 14.
The sophomore continues to impress. (39-35). Free throws up and good for Shipley.
14.
Ruest back to Cook. Cook to Barclay. Barclay going baseline. He goes through the contact and finishes that layup on the other end.
He's got 10 now, looking to make it 11. Into the third quarter, down in Inwood. Musselman on top of Washington, 54-33. Shout out to Brian Horner for the score update.
54-33 or 54-43?
54-33.
Okay. For a second, I was like, well, Washington made a big comeback, but not necessarily the case there.
Appleman still have a commanding lead.
Yeah. Stephon Barclay's free throws up and good. 42-36 our score here. 7:35 to go in this contest. Martinsburg with the possession, down by 6 at 42-36. Baker over to Blackwood. Blackwood into the lane, spin move, pull up on the shot. Good. It falls for Avion. His first points of the second half.
First field goal
since the first quarter. Yeah.
He made 2 foul shots in the first quarter. This is his first field goal.
Cook trapped by Height. Good pass underneath to Bolduc, but he gets fouled and finishes that layup. The Eagles starting to rack up the and ones here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, just saw that with Barclay, and now both are looking to go. Now it puts Bolduc in double figures at 10, looking to make it 11 just like Barclay just did.
44-38, 7:07 to play. And so far, we're getting that back and forth kind of quarter in terms of the teams trading baskets. And we got another lane violation going against the Eagles, which results in no free throw attempted by Bolduc.
Yeah, Coach Church down there can't have that.
Not certain if he agrees with the call. Shipley with the basketball for Martinsburg with 6:55 to go. Dogs down 44-38. Blackwood trying to take over. Goes in the lane. Good pass to Baker. His shot, though, is no good. Rebounded underneath by Bolduc. Bolduc ahead to Damon Cook. Back over to Wilkes for 3. Oh, just short. Rebounded by Bolduc. Spin move, layup up and good. Christian Bolduc. He's been a beast on the offensive glass here tonight. 46-38.
It's an entertaining fourth quarter so far, Nick.
Shipley with the 3, no foul call despite not being allowed to land. Thought that should have gone as a foul there, Spencer. Cook down low to Wilkes. Wilkes double teamed. Good pass to Barclay and a foul called. He'll shoot 2. Stephon headed back to the line where he is 1 for 1 here tonight. Eagles up by 8, looking to make it 10 with these 2 free throws. 6:12 remains in this ball game. And the Eagles up by 8. Barclay's free throw is too strong off the back of the rim. Coach Dave Rogers and the Martinsburg Bulldogs, they ended these Hedgesville Eagles season a season ago right here at Hedgesville High School. But that was in the sectional championship. This free throw is good for Stephon Barclay. This one
to make it there.
Right, so they didn't end their season, I should say, but they sent them to Jefferson.
Yeah, where Jefferson ended their season.
Clark going into the basket. His shot is up and good. Martinsburg trails by 7.
14 now for Clark. Or no, 16.
Into Damon Cook's hands. Cook has it taken away by Avion Blackwood. Blackwood streaking down the court. Layup is good for Avion. It's a 5-point game. 47-42. 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Full court pass from Ruess to Barclay. Barclay goes up for the one-handed jam and is fouled by Avion Blackwood.
Yeah, you don't like that foul there, but you don't want a clear shot to the basket.
That will send Barclay to the line to shoot 2. You know, Stephon played football for Martinsburg. He didn't come out for the Hedgesville football team.
I don't know that
but that could have been a connection there. Jackson Ruess to Stephon Barclay.
Yeah.
We saw quite a few expansions in the passing game from the Eagles this year as this free throw's up and good from Barclay.
Barclay now 3 of 4 at the line today.
Second free throw from Barclay, good as well. 49-42. Bulldogs trailing Hedgesville by 7 in possession. Blackwood trying to take over. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Barclay will pick up the personal.
I mean, if you look at Martinsburg, this is where it's going to come back to hurt them. They've got 6 fouls right now.
Should be a shooting foul.
It is.
Clark's? Okay, there we go. For a moment, the official on the baseline looked like he wanted an inbounder, so I saw Quay Clark run down there as well, but yeah, it is a shooting foul, as it should be. Maybe on Blackwood. Too strong off the back of the rim.
7-point game. These free throws becoming very critical in the end of this game.
Still a lot of time left. 5:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Blackwood's second free throw, though, no good, but a great offensive rebound from Chase Shipley. Over to Clark for 3. That's short. Blackwood trying to chase it down. Attempts to save it into the hands of Jackson Ruess for Hedgesville. Eagles with the 7-point lead. Cook crosses half court.
Once again, Garrett Height getting critical minutes in this ballgame as a sophomore. Coach Rogers obviously really trusts him in this situation, down 7.
Barclay over to Wilkes. Wilkes into the lane, pulls up, and that shot's good. Cam Wilkes continuing to do his thing. It's a 9-point lead for Hedgesville at 51-42.
15 now for Wilkes.
Blackwood, spin move in the lane, tough shot off the glass, and it's through. Stephon Barclay now. Over to Wilkes. Wilkes gets double teamed. Passes over to Barclay. Barclay into the lane. Goes straight through. Nobody stopped the basketball. And it's Hedgesville back up 53-44 with 4:13 to go in the fourth. We got Bulldog timeout. Stephon Barclay with a big
16.
Fourth quarter and a big game overall. We'll take a 30-second break.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
53-44. Hedgesville leads Martinsburg. 4:13 to go in the fourth quarter. Coach Rogers and the Bulldogs using a timeout, trying to set up their offense here. Down by 9, Spencer, though. Still plenty of time left, so no reason to panic if you're the Bulldogs, but definitely needing a timeout with the current situation.
Yeah, they really do, and it's 9 points. It's been a 5-7 point game. Now it's a 9.
Height for 3 in the corner. That's no good. Blackwood tips it, gets it back, goes to the rim, gets fouled. He'll go to the line. Couldn't quite finish that layup, but what an effort from the senior Avion Blackwood. You can tell he does not want this to be his final game.
No, he does not.
A win buys you at least 2 more if you're Avion Blackwood and Jameer Hunter, the seniors on Martinsburg. This is a senior-heavy Hedgesville team, and they played like it throughout the regular season and at times here tonight. Avion Blackwood airballs the free throw.
Very uncharacteristic this quarter for him at the charity stripe. He was 2 for 2 earlier in the game. Now he's gone on a stretch of 0 for 3. In critical moments.
That one's good for Blackwood straight through. 3:55 to go. 8-point game. Rest in the backcourt. Bulldogs trying to provide the pressure and get some turnovers. Here's Wilkes, though, crossing half court and setting things up for the Eagles. Wilkes spins, gets open. Shot is wild and no good. He gets his own rebound, though. Cam Wilkes all over the offensive glass. I mean, that's just been kind of a big takeaway for me, is that Martinsburg's allowing way too many offensive rebounds.
They really have, and defensively as well. I mean, the amount of times we've seen Ruess go end-to-end with a pass tonight, or at least get an outlet pass out, has been a lot.
Cam Wilkes to shoot 2 free throws. First one straight through for the senior. 54-45. Baker coming in for Height. 3:34 to go in the fourth quarter. Hedgesville in control at 54-45. Second free throw from Cam Wilkes is good as well. Back to now a 10-point lead for the Eagles.
17 for Wilkes.
Shipley goes in the lane, gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That is the 4th on Cam Wilkes, so he'll have to be careful here with 3:29 to go in the fourth quarter. It's the 5th foul on Hedgesville. Martinsburg now up to 7. So for Hedgesville, if they're able to draw any more fouls, they'll head to the line. Shipley's free throw is in and out, no good. Another miss here in this fourth quarter, Spencer.
Yeah, critical moments. In this fourth quarter, the Dogs are now 1 for 5.
Second one, no good as well. A 1 for 6 fourth quarter from the line for Martinsburg. And a double dribble called on Hedgesville, resulting in a turnover. 3:25 to go in the fourth. This is go time now if you're Martinsburg down by 10. Eagles trying to close it out. Clark in the hands now of Kyrie Bunny. Working it around perimeter in the zone defense of Martinsburg. Over to Avion Blackwood. Blackwood tries baseline, and a tough shot is good from Avion.
He's up to 11.
8-point lead now for Hedgesville. Ruess works it ahead. That one's stolen by Blackwood. Down the court to Shipley. Shipley out on the outlet pass. His shot blocked, but a foul call.
Yeah, not a clean block there for Damon Cook.
So that will send Shipley back to the line, but as we noted, Spencer, the Dogs have struggled in the fourth quarter from the free throw line. Shipley has had a good game overall. 13 points for him. Free throw's good this time. Jackson Steen's going to run on for the first time here tonight with 2:55 to go in the fourth quarter for Kyrie Bunny. So some fresh legs, but tough situation to be put in for Steen. Second free throw is no good. Baker grabs the offensive rebound. Layup is up and good.
His first points of this second half, making it a 5-point game now.
So it's not over quite yet. Wilkes drives in, pulls up, is fouled in the finish. Man, that's a big shot from the senior Cam Wilkes, who continues to contribute big in this fourth quarter and down the stretch for Hedgesville. 6 points now in the quarter, trying to make it 7. It's a 7-point lead for Hedgesville.
He's looking to get 20 points on the night here, right, Nick?
I believe so. Shot is no good on the free throw. Shipley down the court to Clark. Clark goes quick the other way and draws a foul. So that's now the 7th on Hedgesville. Both teams are in 1-1 from here on out, at least. 57-50 our score, 2:36 to go in the fourth quarter. This will be 2 free throws, though, for LaQuay Clark, as there was a shooting foul. The first one is up and no good.
Critical misses tonight for the Bulldogs at the charity stripe. I mean, don't expect a high schooler to make every one, but, you know, you go through a bad stretch here in the fourth quarter, and that kind of gives away the game in a way.
You still want to shoot around 70% if you're Martinsburg, and both of those no good from a good shooter on your team in Clark. Tay Wilmer now bringing it across half court into the hands of Ruest. Ruest back to Wilmer. Wilmer draws a foul, 1-1. 2:16 I should say left in this one, and Tay Wilmer to shoot 1-1 with the knife foul going against Martinsburg. 7-point lead for the Eagles. And they're just a few free throws away here down the stretch if they're able to convert, with Martinsburg Poly being forced to foul from advancing to the sectional championship game against none other than Spring Mills, who swept Hedgesville. Hedgesville swept the number 1 team in the EPAC, Jefferson. So been an interesting year, a competitive year. And Wilmer with his first 2 points coming here from the line in the big moments of the fourth quarter, and he rises up to make those free throws and extend the Eagles' lead out to 9.
It's going to be a hard one to come back from here with 2 minutes left on the clock.
Blackwood tries to drive in, and another foul call. So the fouls continue to rack up in the fourth quarter, where Martinsburg, as we mentioned, has really struggled shooting free throws. Avion to shoot 1-1 here. Blackwood gets it to roll around and through for Avion.
We've got a final from Inwood. Musselman. Number 2 Musselman defeats number 3 Washington 69-43. They'll travel to Shenandoah Junction Friday to take on Section 2, number 1 Jefferson.
Always an interesting one when Musselman and Jefferson get together. Free throw is no good from Avion. Blackwood. 8-point lead for Hedgesville, trying to hold on and take on the Cardinals of Spring Mills in the championship. Ruest pulls up from just inside the free throw line, and that is straight through for Jackson Ruest.
Only his 7th point of the night, but he's made a lot of contributions in the way of rejections as well as rebounds.
Turnover on the other end for Martinsburg. It's Hedgesville by 10.
Time to foul if you're Martinsburg.
Wilmer ahead to Barclay. He gets fouled, will not finish the shot. And it's starting to feel like it's all but over for the Dogs here tonight if Hedgesville can convert these free throws. 4th foul on Baker. Stephon Barclay to the line. Really good night for him. Playing against his former team in Martinsburg. The free throw is good from Barclay. 62-51. Hedgesville on top of Martinsburg. 1:28 to play. Looks like Gainey's going to check in for the Eagles. Second one good as well for Stephon. He comes in for Tay Wilmer. And it's Eagles by 12 at 63-51, 1:28 to go in the 4th quarter.
We'll hear from what is likely a victorious Kelly Church after the game with Dylan Bishop.
And Shipley throws up a wild shot. We got another foul call. For Hedgesville, this is something to potentially work on. You don't want to foul in a 12-point game.
Yeah.
Because if you don't make your free throws and you continue to foul on the other end, and if Martinsburg could make a free throw, which has been a struggle here in this 4th quarter, we could be looking at a completely different game. And anytime you allow a team that's trying to come back to score with the clock stopped, it can help.
Recipe for disaster.
So far, though, it's been an issue for the Dogs making these free throws. This one is up and good, though. Wilmer back for Gainey as they try to keep him out of foul trouble, do an offense for defense substitution there. Second one from Shipley is good as well. Here's Hedgesville now. See how Martinsburg plays it. They have to foul if they want to extend the game. Trying to trap here initially. Down low, Barclay layup up and good. (65-53).
18 for Barclay against his former team tonight.
Blackwood into the lane, shot no good.
That'll do it.
That's pretty much all she wrote as the Eagles hit Wilmer on the outlet pass. He lays it up and in.
His first field goal of the night.
14-point lead. Shipley going coast to coast. He gets fouled before the shot. He will shoot 2 though anyway. And the Eagles fans are feeling a victory.
Martinsburg fans beginning to leave the gym here tonight.
So Shipley to the line to shoot 2. That's the 10th foul on Hedgesville. Chase knocks down the first. So for the Eagles, they'll need to try to get revenge against Spring Mills, but what could be interesting is if Hedgesville were to lose and Jefferson were to win, we'd get Jefferson Hedgesville round 3. But either
can't make this stuff up, folks.
Hedgesville obviously swept the Cougars in the regular season, despite the Cougars dominating pretty much everybody else. So it's been that kind of year in the EPAC where Hedgesville got swept by Spring Mills. It should be really interesting.
Coach Church not too happy about something there, and Coach Ruest goes and grabs him and says, "Coach, let's take a walk."
Yeah, no reason for anything to be really pressed by Coach Church at this point with his team up 12, but as we know, he's not going to stop coaching even with his team in the lead, and that's what you'd expect out of a great coach like Kelly Church.
Exactly.
Eagles trying to dribble it out. Bulldogs with the second unit in, providing some pressure, but probably not going to foul here with 33 seconds. The Eagles kick it back out. So it should be a good sectional championship between Hedgesville and Spring Mills. The number 1 seeded Spring Mills Cardinals They swept Hedgesville. They swept Martinsburg in a program that's building, trying to get on the levels of Hedgesville and Martinsburg. And they await the Hedgesville Eagles, who get the win here tonight over Martinsburg and sweep the Eagles in 3 games, 67-55 on the season. The Bulldogs' year is over, and the Eagles are headed back to the sectional championship for a matchup with Luke Samples-led Spring Mills Cardinals team. Should be a fun one on Friday night.
Shall be a fun one, and it's always good when we see these two teams play, but you got to have one team win, and you got to have another team, unfortunately, fall and go home. And unfortunately, that was the Bulldogs tonight, and they end their season with a loss 67-55, as Nick mentioned, as we await hearing head coach Kelly Church from the Hedgesville Eagles with Dylan Bishop.
Our fourth quarter was
hopefully
brought to
Dylan
you.
can go find Coach Church because he's all the way down at the other end.
Our fourth quarter was brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one, making you number one first. Parsons, along with WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. We'll send it down to Dylan Bishop whenever he gets Coach Church, and now he has him. He's going to need a sip of water.
Well, hold on.
And we'll wait for him. Now we'll send it down to Dylan.
All right, Coach Church, big win for your team here to start off the sectionals on your home court. How do you think your team got it done tonight?
Well, honestly, it's, I don't pregame interview. I said somewhere along the way, you're going to get punched in the mouth, obviously figuratively. We got punched in the mouth. We came out. I think our kids relaxed a little bit because we got such an early lead. Martinsburg kids are well coached and tough kids. They didn't give up at all. They came back. Halftime, I talked to our kids. At some point when you get punched in the mouth, you've got to respond. If you don't, you collect uniforms. We got punched in the mouth, but we responded. I'm really proud of our kids.
All right, Coach, you'll have Spring Mills coming up, sectional championship on Friday. How do you think the next few days will look for your team as you get ready for that game?
Same thing. See if our kids are going to show up or not. And I mean it figuratively. We've got to be ready to fight. We can't back down from their physicality. We've got to be willing to lay it on the line. They're a really good team. Much respect for them, as I do for all the teams in our area. Our kids got to show up and be ready to play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Congrats on the win.
Thank you guys for everything. I appreciate it.
All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Dylan, and of course, thank you, Coach Church, as well. We'll be there Friday night for Hedgesville Spring Mills in the Section 1 championship game, but we'll go ahead and take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we will have the Palace Lounge post-game show. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
We welcome you back to Hedgesville High School on our final here tonight. The Hedgesville Eagles get the win over the Martinsburg Bulldogs, 67-55. They will advance to the Section 1 championship game against the Spring Mills Cardinals, which is obviously an interesting matchup. Spring Mills swept the regular season. They're that young program on the rise, but Hedgesville's kind of been one of the traditional programs here in the EPAC, and also, it's a coaching tree battle, Spencer. Coach Luke Sample spent some time on the Hedgesville staff before taking the Spring Mills job, so obviously interesting there, and should be a fun one. But tonight, what's your thoughts on the game we just saw? Closer game than the final. Martinsburg had control at halftime, was really in the game throughout, but a lot of free throws in that fourth quarter. And a lot of misses by the Bulldogs now. The stretch probably helped Hedgesville get this win, and overall they responded and got the win.
And that was my keys to the game for the Bulldogs. You got to eliminate turnovers. I think they had a few too many turnovers tonight. Good shot selection. There were at some points they had really good shot selection. At other points, not so good shot selection. And I think the game was really won in that third quarter. To me, I think that third quarter and then going into the fourth quarter where Blackwood was uncharacteristic at the line. He missed 3 out of his 5 shots, or 3 out of his 6 shots at the line. I think that is huge. Or 4 out of his 6 shots at the line. That was huge to me. And I think not being able to take advantage at the charity stripe because, I mean, you got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 misses, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 misses at the charity stripe. And what's the difference in this game?
12. So obviously would it change the complexity of how the game would have played out if you at least make a few more of those. But this is your post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge located on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Let's get into our game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 South Inwood. Taking care of you like nobody's business. Spencer, were you able to total it up and make certain we were correct on the Martinsburg side of things?
Yes. So we got, actually, we have one disparity, but I just back it down to one because I X'd myself out, so I believe we're correct. You got 12 for Blackwood, 14 for Clark, 20 for Shipley, and 6 for Baker.
And 3 from Kyrie Bunny as well, so 55 for the Dogs. And then on the Hedgesville side, it was 20 for Stephon Barclay, 19 for Cam Wilkes, 5 for Damon Cook, 7 for Jackson Ruest, 12 for Christian Bolduc, and 4 from Tay Wilmer. I mean, if Hedgesville can consistently get 3 guys in double figures, they're going to be very tough to beat, especially with 2 guys close to 20.
Yeah, especially you take that down to Charleston.
Yeah, but they still got a while to go before that, and obviously we'll just have to wait and see how things play out. But those were your game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers. We'll now get into the awards portion of the Palace Lounge post-game show. Spencer, we'll start with the rejection of the game, since I think it happened pretty early tonight.
It really did. Not too early. I mean, there was 12 and a half seconds left in the first quarter, but Ruest had a great rejection when they were up 20-9. That's my rejection of the game, Jackson Ruest.
Rejection of the game is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced, certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. All right, what about the moment of the game? Brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com.
The best thing that I can come up with tonight, because it was kind of hard to pinpoint an exact moment, but it's the way that Hedgesville came out to start the second half, I think, really kind of turned things around because Martinsburg had all the momentum. They had all the momentum heading into the second half. And then Hedgesville, I don't know what Coach Church said to them in the locker room, but he definitely said something. And boom, they went out and they completely boat raced Martinsburg in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird game when you look back on it because the first quarter started off so well for Hedgesville at the 29 lead. Then they put up a 4-point second quarter, and Martinsburg answers with a 20-point second quarter. So you're thinking at halftime, okay, Martinsburg's playing pretty well. This will at least be a back-and-forth kind of game. Yeah. But the Bulldogs respond with a 4-point third quarter, and Hedgesville puts together a 15-point third quarter to take a nice lead heading into the fourth, and then they kind of just close things out with really a lot of free throws there down the stretch. So I would agree with you, Spencer. And then finally, your player of the game brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. Who is your player of the game here tonight?
It's a hard one because Barclay scored over 20 points. I want to give it to him, but a lot of his points were at the charity stripe because he got fouled late in the game because Martinsburg had to foul here. And I'm going to give it to my guy that I spotlighted at the beginning of the game. I mean, prior to the game, I said Cam Wilkes. Well, what did Cam Wilkes do tonight? He scored 19 points, and he had 3 threes in the game. And I think that's big for me. 19 points. Cam Wilkes, the player of the game for me.
Yeah, both guys played well, but I think Wilkes had some big shots down the stretch. So I would agree with you, but, I mean, really, you could have even thrown Christian Bolduc into the discussion as well.
Could have even thrown Jackson Ruest. I mean, he had at least one block, and he had
probably 10 rebounds.
10 rebounds.
And 7 points is a solid outing.
Yeah, a few assists in there.
It's a good Hedgesville team, obviously, and looking forward to Friday night. But tomorrow we'll have the girls' regional championship between one of two, between Martinsburg and Washington, the other one being Jefferson Spring Mills. I'm sorry. Yes, Jefferson Spring Mills and the other one there. So 2 good games tomorrow on the girls' side, but we will be at Washington High School for Martinsburg at Washington. Looking forward to that one with Colin McLaughlin and I on the call. But for Colin Black in the studio, Dylan Bishop, our other cameraman tonight, John Allerton, along with Spencer Dupuis, I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long here from Hedgesville High School. Once again, your final score, Hedgesville 67, Martinsburg 55. Have a good night, everyone, and tune in tomorrow for the girls' regional championship.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
You've put up with your water long enough. It's time for Sunset Water Services, your local water solution since 1989, to fix your water problems. Get better tasting, better smelling, and better looking water today. Say hello to drinking your own delicious water for pennies per gallon. Say yes to healthier skin and hair and to softer and brighter clothes. Sunset Water Services delivers your bags of salt to you, so they'll save your back too. And our products come with a 1-year satisfaction guarantee. Call 304-754-9031 for a free water quality test today. SunsetWater.com.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road.
As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community.
I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too.
Welcome into the And One postgame scoreboard show on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, brought to you by the Farmer and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to fmiwv.com. Final score, Hedgesville 67, Martinsburg 55 in the Section 1 semifinal. So Hedgesville will take on Spring Mills on Friday. As I pull up for the TV side as well as the YouTube side here for everybody. The bracket now being updated, as you can see on the left in Section 1, Hedgesville moving on to play Spring Mills. And then on the right side over in Section 2 tonight, it was number 2, Musselman, getting the win over the 3-seeded Washington Patriots by a score 69-43, which means that Musselman on Friday will take on number 1, Jefferson. And then next week, the winner of Section 1 will host the loser of the Section 2 championship, and the winner of Section 2 will host the loser of the Section 1 championship. So there you have it. Let's now look at some scores in NCAA Division I men's basketball. Top 25 action, 2 games currently going on. 6:54 to go in the second half. It's number 13 Virginia leading Clemson 53-43. With 10:13 to go in the second half, it's number 15 Indiana trailing at home against Iowa. The unranked Iowa Hawkeyes right now looking pretty solid against number 15 Indiana. Iowa 70, Indiana 46 is the score in that one. Actually now make it 71-46 as Iowa just made another free throw. At 9 p.m. tonight, Texas Tech against number 3 Kansas. Arkansas at number 12 Tennessee. Number 18 San Diego State heads to Boise State. Number 24 Texas A&M is against Ole Miss. And already going final tonight, number 6 Marquette hangs on over Butler to get a 72-56 win. Now over to the NBA. Games currently going on in the first quarter. The Kings lead the Thunder 42-38. Also in the first quarter, it's the Nuggets leading the Rockets 37-28. At halftime, the Lakers lead the Grizzlies 49-46. Also at the half, the Bulls lead the Raptors 46-44. 2:07 to go in the second quarter. It's the Nets leading the Bucks 55-50. And at halftime, it's the Hawks currently leading our Washington Wizards 56-52. Tipping off at 8:30, so just getting ready. It's the Pacers and the Mavs. At 9 p.m., it's the Spurs at the Jazz. And then at 10 p.m., it's Portland at Golden State and the Timberwolves at the Clippers. That is your And One post-game scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Again, final score, Hedgesville 67, Martinsburg 55, and then over in Section 2, it was Musselman 69, Washington 43. So on Friday again, Spring Mills will host Hedgesville and Jefferson will host Musselman. We will have the Spring Mills Hedgesville game for you on Friday. Tip off at 7 p.m. and pregame coverage will begin at 6:30 right here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Tomorrow on Talk Radio WRNR and WRNR TV on YouTube only. As you heard earlier, it is the region championship between the Martinsburg Bulldogs and the Washington Patriots in West Virginia High School girls basketball action. We'll have that game for you. The other game is Spring Mills hosting Jefferson. I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off. This has been West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.